morning. My name is Pastor Hector. I normally do these things while driving. I normally have my son, Hector the third, here in the cockpit as my chauffeur, and I have my little one in the back. But the boys had a dentist appointment today, and I just wanted to reach out and talk a little bit. You know, there's an interesting thing. You ever heard of like Murphy's Law, which is kind of like if things will go wrong, they do go wrong, and at the worst possible moment. Have you ever heard of Pareto's Law, which kind of says that like 20% of the people have like 80% of the money, and that applies to everything else. I've been kind of going through, I share that because I've been kind of going through some of God's promises, and I want to share one of the hardest promises that Jesus made. One of the things that sounds the most ruthless that he could say. Jesus said, "And to him who has nothing, even what little he has, that will be taken away and given to the one that has a lot." What's up with that? That's a really, really hard thing to swallow, right? Well, a lot of the things that Jesus taught are really hard to swallow, but I want to talk about that a little bit. You know, if we kind of think of life as being like this scale, you know, like between number 1 being at the top and number 10 as being at the bottom of the barrel, you know, some of you might be in that number 10 spot, trying to avoid that sun, and living at the bottom is rough, right? You've got this old car that breaks down all the time. You got this, you know, you have this rough place to live. You get sick all the time. You have problems with the law. You have problems with people breaking into your home. You got to deal with crime. People want to fight. Life is hard. Then you look at other people. They got nice cars that never break down, that have warranty. They have health insurance, life insurance, insurance on top of insurance, umbrella policies. And they never need it because they never seem to get sick. They're in great health. They have friends. People bend over backward to do them favors. They're happy. They're healthy. They have wonderful families. What's up with that? It's that law of God. Listen. The enemy does not want you to know that Jesus has already defeated the devil at the cross. Do you understand? As long as you feel like your life is defeated, it is defeated. The minute you give up, it's over. And it sets up a cycle of spiritual laws, which like a set of dominoes, you start to spiral downward. Tell me there's not somebody out there that doesn't know what I'm talking about, that when things start to go bad in your life, it just like a slide. It's like, listen, I've invested before, and they say that when investments are going good, they take a stair slowly up. But when they're going to go down, and I've lost tons of money in the past, when they're going to go down, oh no, they slide down like a water slide, whoosh, like an elevator as fast as they can. Well, that's how it is with our lives. So why am I telling you this? Because you got to get up. You got to get up. You got to get out from the bottom. You can't keep living at number 10. You can't keep living at the bottom. Your life is going to be short, miserable, and full of worry. You got to get up from the bottom. You got to do whatever you got to do and fight to get out from the bottom. Okay? You need to somehow look up, stand up, rise up, put your shoulders back, and at least climb to number 9. Because as you gain a little bit more, God will give you a little bit more on top of that. Does that make any sense? This is a whole new year and a whole new decade. And listen, do not go into the next decade in the same spot that you are now, with just a few more grays and a few more little crinkly lines, okay? To not say wrinkles. You got to get up and fight. You got to crawl your way out if you have to. You got to become the person you've always wanted to be. Take that first step. Because as you go up, it's like I've heard of people trying to crawl their way out of debt, and they make this 5-year plan, they got out of debt, and guess what? They knock it out in 3. Why? Because as you start You know, when Jesus said that, he also, he didn't, he not only said that those that have nothing, even what little they have will be taken away. He said, but to those that have a lot, they'll get more. So as you start to accumulate God's blessings in your life, as you start to get ahead, God will bless you more. So if you've always wanted to be a generous person, you said, if I had the lotto, I'd pay people's rent. I'd help them out, Well, maybe you don't have the money to give somebody $1,000 to pay their rent. But maybe you got $40 when their phone gets disconnected to help them out. Think about that. Don't wait, supposedly, till you have everything in your life to be the person you've always wanted to be. Start today. Be that person now. And God will add to what you already have. Do you hear me? Once you feel like you'll have everything, God will bless you beyond your wildest dreams. But you got to get up from the bottom. Start having that pity party and fight. And God will put blessing upon your life. Please help me get this message to somebody that needs to have it. I can't share it on my own. Okay? I need you to share it. God bless you, one and all.